talk about today is Napoleon III. So Napoleon III was, actually his name originally was Louis Napoleon. He was the nephew of Napoleon I, who was the famous Napoleon. Somehow I'm under the impression that everyone knows who Napoleon I was, but nobody heard about Napoleon III. So I want to try to fix this in the next 4 minutes. So his birth name was actually Louis Napoleon, or actually something much longer, like some 5 names, but let's say it was Louis Napoleon, and he was Napoleon's nephew. So, okay, so in 1814, Napoleon's first empire of Napoleon I collapsed, and there was a restoration of the Bourbon monarchy, and then later in 1830, there was another revolution, and which started the so-called July monarchy. So the House of Orleans replaced the House of Bourbon on the throne with a more liberal constitution. Wait, 1848, there is another revolution in France. So there's like the third French Revolution or something there, which creates the second French Republic. Okay, so monarchy is deposed and republic is declared. And at this point, Napoleon III is actually in exile in England. So before that, he already made 2 attempts to gain power. Both of them failed. The second failed miserably and actually spent a lot of years in jail, which he used to write all sorts of books and stuff, some of which became quite popular. In 1848, when the Second Republic appears, Napoleon comes back from exile, and what he does is basically runs for president of France. So he participates in the elections, and his election platform uses, he tries to gain votes from both the conservative and the liberal side. So on the other hand, on the one hand, he promises to improve worker conditions. So actually he had some essay that he wrote about eliminating poverty. The poverty is a bad thing, and we should, the workers suffer a lot, so on and so on. Of course, all this happens during the Industrial Revolution, so I hope you know what we're talking about approximately. And on the other hand, he tries to present himself as a conservative figure, as a pro-Christianity figure. Like if you know, in the early French Revolution, they basically tried to destroy Christianity in France. When he first tried to paint himself as a more conservative sort of family values guy. On the one hand, and on the other hand, he's a workers' right guy. And he wins the elections and becomes president of France. And later, he actually does a coup and declares the second French Empire and becomes emperor of France as Napoleon III. And he actually runs a referendum to confirm that the people of France actually want him to be an emperor, and they confirmed it. And okay, and basically, the second French Empire existed like for 20 years or so until the war with Russia, in which France had a very humiliating defeat, and in particular Napoleon III was captured after the Battle of Sedan with Russia. He became captive, he surrendered together with his army, and his wife thought that it was very shameful he surrendered, but what he said is basically that he preferred to save the lives of tens of thousands of people because the battle was lost. So am I out of time?
Yes.
Okay.